As Title 42 is set to expire and officials on both sides of the border brace for what comes next, we take a look at what the impact has been on residents on the U.S. side of the border. Mireya Villarreal has spent the past few weeks documenting the plight of those working to make better lives for their families, those working to help, and the U.S. residents who are concerned about what will happen to their neighborhoods as thousands potentially make their way through their streets. That's tonight's Prime Focus.
Tonight, with Title 42 expiring in just a few hours, concern is spreading across the country as officials are bracing for a rise in border crossings and a worry that there's not enough resources to handle the rush.
You see the wall and then you can see the fence. It's really like 3 walls that you need to jump and you're inside already.
In El Paso, Texas, Brian Salazar can see the border wall from his backyard. And up until recently, that didn't bother him much. That is, until the latest influx of migrants leading up to the end of Title 42.
It's like, you don't feel safe now. Like, it's crazy. I could be honest, I feel more safer in Juarez than El Paso because a lot of immigrants are just coming in. Like, we don't know, like it's crazy at this point.
Have people tried to come into the property here?
Yeah, it's already a regular thing. We're getting used to it, but it's like, it's getting under control. Like, a lot of people try to get in the backyard, inside the house, in front, and yeah, we could imagine how other neighbors are living too.
Brian shot this video last week of 3 people scaling the wall and making their way into his neighborhood.
You never know their intentions, people trying to come in your house.
That uncertainty prompting him to buy a gun.
What kind of weapon did you end up purchasing?
Like a rifle. I'm 18, but I could purchase just rifles, not 21. But as having your license helps you a lot. Makes me feel safer. You know, people coming in, don't go in the property, like, I'm not trying to kill no one. Like, we know our laws here in Texas, and you got to be respectful with your property.
I think it's more intense.
A similar sentiment shared by Brian's neighbor, Tony Lopez, whose family has lived in the area for more than 40 years.
For those people that live in other parts of the country that haven't seen this or experienced this, what do you want them to understand about this?
That it's not safe. It's not, you don't feel safe in your own home, and I don't know what their intentions are. Like, it's good or bad, but they do tend to hide in people's houses also in their backyards.
800 miles away, similar concerns near the border town of Brownsville, Texas, where Governor Abbott has deployed the Texas National Guard dressing in riot gear, while families in Matamoros, just across the border from Brownsville, are carrying what little they have. This baby placed inside a suitcase as they make the dangerous crossing of the Rio Grande River.
Hola, hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, mijo.
Hola,
Con
hola.
permiso, con permiso.
This migrant camp in Mexico has swelled to well over 2,000 people.
This is every day. Buenos días, hermano.
Pastor Abraham Barbary works with One Mission Ministries in Brownsville, bringing water and food to the camp a few times a week.
There's a family that is about to cross.
A family? Oh my gosh, that's a baby.
He takes us to the river point, where we witness a family placing a baby on an inflatable mattress, attempting to make the cross.
So this young mother right here just got to the camp today, and she's already choosing to go across. She says she just doesn't have the time to wait for an appointment. She has a 1-year-old with her and 2 young little girls that already went across.
There are times that I'm ready to quit because it's overwhelming. This has been going on for too long, and it's just difficult.
Does it feel like we are prepared?
No. My biggest worry is that a lot of people are going to arrive and find themselves stuck here with the over 2,000 asylum seekers already here that are struggling to survive.
Title 42 was meant to slow the flow of migrants by allowing Border Patrol agents to quickly expel them back to their home countries or Mexico without allowing them to request asylum. Agents say it's been a useful tool used over 2.8 million times in the last 3 years. But the policy was put in place based on COVID restrictions that are no longer around. So agents will continue using Title VIII, an established immigration policy that comes with stiffer penalty, while allowing some migrants to request asylum.
The need here is enormous.
Major Sean Storrod is in charge of the more than 900 Texas National Guardsmen assigned to the El Paso sector. They help set up this wire along the river, armed with rifles and dressed in military fatigues. They're often stationed in places along the border where there is no federal presence. But they aren't allowed to detain migrants and in most cases have no arresting power.
I tell my soldiers this all the time, right? Treat the migrants with dignity and respect. They're human beings just like we are, right? They're looking out for their families, right? But they don't have the information that they need. Under Title 8, there's a consequence, and under Title 42, there was not. And we need to be out here at our concertina wire informing the migrants of this so they have the chance to turn back now.
What is the long-term plan here? Could you be here for weeks, months at a time?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. So we are prepared to be here indefinitely because everybody has a theory about what's going to happen when Title 42 ends, but nobody knows.
Over the last 6 months, this area around Sacred Heart Church near downtown El Paso has become a magnet for migrants, many choosing to sleep here while they work out their travel plans. Bishop Mark Seitz says as the group has grown, so have frustrations.
We're tired. We're tired. We've been receiving large numbers for a long time as a community, and it's stressing our resources and, in some cases, the charity of the members of our community. I would say there is a basic, fundamental appreciation for their plight here, but there's a certain fear as well.
Most migrants don't plan to stay in these border communities and end up in places like Chicago, Denver, and New York, places that say they don't have enough infrastructure to respond and are calling on the federal government to do more. Earlier this week, the president saying more resources are needed, but admitting extreme challenges lie ahead.
We're doing all we can. The answer is it remains to be seen. But it remains to be seen. It's going to be chaotic for a while.
U.S. Border Patrol Chief Raul Ortiz believes the worst of the surge is already here, and his agents are responding as best they can to the thousands that continue to cross and wait.
I have some areas where the capacity is limited, whether it's I don't have enough agents, I don't have enough infrastructure, I don't have enough technology. I have other areas where I think our agents have really locked down the border security situation.
Is your crime because you're happy?
Tears of joy and excitement as families board DHS buses headed for processing.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.